Well, she said she'd been here before, and she had the unlimited shrimp. I was asking her about that. Did she tell you how much unlimited shrimp she said she ate?
Been where before?
To the Red Lobster here. She's come here a couple times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it enough to, like, bankrupt them?
That might be. Grandma, how many shrimp did you say you put away in, like, one sitting?
You don't remember? You don't remember all the shrimp I ate?
No, I might have blocked this out as, like, a heinous memory.
I literally ate so much shrimp that Red Lobster went bankrupt.
Fuck, I preempted the joke.
You did.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's still funny because it's like in my head, it's some frail old lady who just sits down and has this menacing aura about her.
It's where I met Charlie, my new boyfriend.
Feed me shrimp. Hey everybody, welcome to Foodfight. I am your host. I look low. I feel low down. I'm comfy. I'm getting a little comatose. I'm Austin.
I'm Kane.
That's Kane.
I'm Show.
That's Show. And Foodfight is a show where we take the concept of food and we rate it on a scale, but it's not a simple scale.
No.
This is the food math scale where we take everything and we kind of block it out into its own little segments. So if you eat food and you're thinking of a restaurant, what'd you say, like, how many points should that be worth out of a point scale of 100?
70.
Close. Actually, 50.
Oh, it should be 50?
Very close.
You're
'Cause
wrong.
Food,
Damn it.
food is
Okay.
half the battle.
All right, because food's half the battle.
Food's half the
That
battle.
makes sense, because it should be 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I'm following.
Little ditty is brand, and that's kind of what you think of a place. And that's worth 30 points. That's what. So like, if I'm like, I go, where do we eat today, Kane?
I'd say Red Lobster.
And I'd be like, yo, what the fuck?
I know, yeah. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? But then I reluctantly agreed.
For the show.
And then finally, success. Yikes. The last one out of 100.
Can I guess how many points that's worth?
You can. Out of 100.
It should be worth 5.
Very close. It's actually worth 20 points out of the 100.
See, that's why
for
food
success.
math is tough. It's
Food
not
math
easy.
is hard. And actually, the genuinely complicated part of this intensive algorithm is the cost of the whole thing. We take what it cost us to procure our food, our substance at this location, and we subtract that to the total given score that we've given it based off of just intensive math and intensive thinking.
I think it's totally going to work this episode.
You want to talk about the food?
I would love to talk about the food. Because I've got a bone to pick. I'm not even going to try and pretend it.
There was no bones, though.
I wish there was.
Okay, before we fucking shit on Red Lobster for like 20 minutes.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no. If you've been to Red Lobster, no, it's not. Let's start at the positive.
Oh, yeah. Great
Drink
pause.
talk.
Oh, drink talk. We need like an intro, like wah, wah, wah.
Special segment. No, but it's like the Jeopardy Daily Double, like, they had motherfucking mug root beer. I got mugged up. How do you feel watching us drink mug? Because I didn't get you a drink.
I think it's great.
Because I suck.
Was it frothy?
Dude, I was frothed up to my fucking gullet.
It was frothed up. Yeah, I feel frothed up. I feel mugged up. I was thinking about pouring myself another one.
I was having a mug moment.
Is it a Coke substitute?
No.
I've
It's
always
different.
preferred root beer.
Over anything else?
Like over anything?
For the dark sodas.
Is this part of the bit, or is it? By the way, for those uninitiated, because this might make no fucking sense, we're like, fuck yeah, mug.
True.
We have been screaming about mug root beer for the last 2 weeks because on a 4-hour drive, either you or me looked over it and said like, fucking mug moment.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Like, we were talking about what if Stone Cold. What if there was a version of Stone Cold who was like non-alcoholic? He just drinks a mug.
He just drinks mug.
And when he does like the what? It's like a real question, and he wants to know. He just didn't fucking hear you.
Huh?
Huh?
What? That's a mug moment.
Mug? Huh?
But mug's delicious. It's a root beer. It's not the best root beer, but it's a memeable
it's a good,
root beer.
frothy mid-tier.
No minus, no plus?
I'll tell you actually a minus, and this is not a minus on mug. What the fuck is this?
Oh,
this is the normal ordering size. Are they fucking serious?
I know we don't do cost usually,
is
but like, is
straight
that
up,
$3-4
like,
or whatever?
Dude, this is European. This is unacceptable. I don't fucking
It's a
live
European
there.
large.
This dog shit place.
No, that's a throth amount only.
Yeah, that's not
like
enough
barely
of froth.
anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
one more positive, and then we start the rip. TBH.
Are you asking for one?
No. I know the one more.
There's an obvious
Cheddar Bay biscuits. Oh my fucking God. They set you up and they trick you. It's almost a bad idea. It should be a dessert. So then it tricks you into thinking that it was a good.
Happy.
They just give it to you at the end. It's like, no, eat this, and you go, whoa, I liked Red Lobster, and it tricks you. But instead, you had the fucking Cheddar Bay biscuits at the very start, and you go, what the fuck is Red Lobster good? And then they got you.
Oh, but that's part of the grift. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you might try the biscuit, and you're like, oh fuck it, I'll get the $50 thing.
Because realistically, you're not coming in twice no matter what. But you have the Cheddar Bay biscuit, and you go like, maybe this place is pretty good.
Oh god, dude, the Cheddar Bay biscuits, are they the best?
Are they the best like appetizer
Are
thing?
they the best like bread?
Like free bread option?
They're not free though.
But they come with shit. No, I guess they're not free.
Are
the Olive Garden breadsticks free?
No, because it's unlimited
similar
soup
thing
and
that you have to
salad
order.
What the
All right,
fuck?
then I'll move to this. Best like bread that you can get from a restaurant. I think the Cheddar Bay biscuit will go the bat.
I think this stomps it because you can have like 80 of them.
Oh yeah.
This could have been my full meal. Easily.
Should have, and that would have been a better score.
Yeah, I would have been like,
easy.
I had one thing, but I loved it.
Do you think they're going to rebrand? This might be way too early, but they're going to call themselves the Cheddar Bay Biscuit Company and like go from there.
They should just start selling some version of it at the stores.
If they just stop
That's
selling...
not like make it yourself.
Realistically, if they just stopped selling seafood and said, we make biscuits now, who would actually give a shit? I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking care. They're known for the biscuits. What the fuck? Make more biscuits.
I feel like they are pretty much food-wise, even though it's like a total seafood.
It's a seafood place, and
it's literally called a piece of seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the biscuits are more... They're more special.
This is a Wendy's moment again.
They're like a 5. No, this is worse than that. Because Wendy has... no, personally.
Yeah.
Wendy has like a whole side of their menu that's good, and it's their chicken.
What'd you get?
What did you get me? I don't even remember.
Well, I do. Because another part of the show is that we don't just order for ourselves to get away from the nostalgia of it. We order for each other, right? To get away from the thought, the idea. You know what I mean? Does that work?
Wee.
Dear Lord. I'm jealous right now.
I'm not cozy,
I want
but
to
it's
see. Because I thought it'd be better. But
It's
he's
not
like
bad.
slipping and sliding and having the fucking time.
Such a dynamic side of the screen.
Yeah, but this is where I belong. No, wait, did my lemon go away? Oh, thank God. I got a lemon. I really like lemons.
I ordered for Austin, which what I would have gotten if I went, probably.
Is this something that you've gotten before, or you just looked at the
No,
menu?
I just like looked at it and I was like, this is what I would have gotten.
Okay.
It was a crunchy fucking fried flounder.
It was a flounder. It was
flounder
like,
fillets thing, like fried fish.
So, and I ordered you a shrimp and scallop kebab, but it was also just like 2 separate sticks, which is annoying. I want it all to be
kind of like
because I like to like go down the road and like, that's the best. They didn't even give him that joy.
Shrimp on skewer is a tough one anyway because it's already got tail, so it's like you can't really do that. Like you have to take shrimp off.
Interesting.
No, you don't. You should take the tails off.
Yeah, you could take the tail off, I guess.
If they weren't fucking late,
but you can't like bite through the shrimp.
But this is like a real restaurant.
No,
fucking, I don't want to work. Do you see the amount of food this is?
That's true.
Fuck them.
No, you're right.
Fucking take the tails off. So what?
And then we got some sides.
So we already talked about our main order. We fucked up a bit. So how was yours? How was your shrimp and scallop?
Oh, bad.
Yeah, it was straight bad.
Straight bad.
We usually share anyways, just like try this shit. Like not in a like, ooh, this was good. It was like, fucking eat this one. It's always me.
Usually if it's good, you can't have it.
No, yeah, we don't share if they're good because I finished it.
It's fine.
Yeah, this is all mine. I'm not letting you touch it. This is my order. Yeah, so we shared all of our menu.
So it was like a shrimp and scallops. The scallops were maybe better than the shrimp. The shrimp was really dry, really...
Yeah, the shrimp was like appalling. The shrimp was genuinely really bad.
Oh my God, like
and it was more shrimp.
In a microwave.
They must have been.
They must have.
I don't know, because I don't know how you do that on a grill.
The shrimp, they were like, they tasted like they were pissed off.
Yeah, they tasted mad before they died. Like they were in the lobster chamber.
No, it tasted like they had to wait in line before they died or some shit like that.
So tense and like upset. Like
it was like
they were pissed.
Fuck.
But the scallops were a bit better.
Scallops were a bit better.
Shockingly, they weren't rubbery, and that's usually the sign of like bad, poorly cooked seafood. Like still done, but like overcooked.
So
is
you
rubbery
get scallops
as shit.
a lot in your life?
I seafood on and off. I'm very dependent on the location. I don't really get that much seafood where we live, but if I'm somewhere coastal, I'd get seafood almost every time. That's like
yeah, that makes sense.
reasonably.
That's fair.
Like I'm going to the beach in 2 weeks. I will eat seafood every meal. Why am I getting a fucking hamburger while I'm on the coast?
No, makes
There's
sense.
no point.
There are no cows here.
There are no cows there. Only
There are
fish.
no cows there.
There are cows here. So, yeah, right over there. Off camera.
Yeah, they're
see
really right off camera. It's weird that we framed right next to all these cows.
Grandma.
Really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with grandma. Something they do in the fucking bedroom. Let's move on. So I had the fried flounder. The fried flounder, it was, I think, the least offensive option. It wasn't good. It really didn't taste that terrible. Show had some. You both had some.
Yeah, it was like crunchy.
It was crunchy. It definitely tasted fried. Show had a thought that I kind of now subscribe to. I really do hate to be like, this was fucking frozen and shipped. There's no fucking way this wasn't. It's so flat. Flounder's flat.
It's like
I fucking know.
packed into side by side.
It is like slotted in the perfect way and flattened to put into a box and put somewhere. And the only reason it was like curled up is because it was microwaved.
Yeah, like
well, probably. I mean, reasonably, it could have been put in the oven, but still frozen. It tasted like it was frozen at some point. You can tell.
My big complaint is that at points there was more crunch. It was like as crunchy as it was fishy, like equal parts crunch to fish ratio.
There was
at
never
times.
enough fish ever.
I liked it about that, though. I kind of liked it. I kind of didn't hate it.
I guess so, but if I'm ordering a fish, I want fish. If I just want crunchy num.
No, that's
I
true.
go to
yeah.
fucking like, I don't know. I go to like
Zaxby's.
This is a nice quote unquote
Right,
The
we're, like,
air of
really
a nice sit down place.
Making
This is in
excuses
Yeah, no,
for
yeah.
this.
This is in theory the nicest place we've been to. It's nicer than Applebee's.
Yes.
I
It's the
think
most
so.
expensive place we've been
This
to.
is a prom place, like
We'll get
like
there.
classic prom.
Maybe not.
It's a prom place.
So like it's that level. Like
Yeah, I agree
any of
with
the
that.
places we've been to,
it's a place
you
you
don't
would,
really
you would
take
go
any of the
before prom or
previous.
some shit like that. Yeah.
Food Fight
go to
goes
Red
to prom.
Lobster. You get the Lover's Lobster, whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's a thing that they sell.
It is.
I feel like that. Yeah, the Lover boat,
You gonna pick
lobster
that up?
boat.
Anyway.
Yeah, I guess I'll go pick that up.
Yeah, thanks. So
Fucking dick.
I'm all comfy in my chair. I feel like I'm an executive. So
Push you in the fucking pool.
fuck you won't, pussy boy.
Too comfortable to get up and fight about it.
You know what we can bond over?
The sides.
Holy fuck, that rice looked bad.
The rice was horrible.
I got
my
him,
sides.
I got you
Yeah, what'd you
rice, and I gave him a real fuck. So the rice was a burner. I knew the rice was gonna be ass. I just had a
It's
fucking
like a
gut feeling.
freebie. Just
Go
throw
ahead.
it.
Sorry.
Type of rice.
Chorizo.
Chorizo rice.
That's what it was written at. No,
No.
it was not. It was written as some shit.
Interesting.
Probably orzo.
Here, I can check. Orizo.
But like the idea is okay. So Popeye's rice, Red Lobster.
It was
rice.
Cajun rice. You claim. What was your claim?
Cajun rice. You were like, I like this.
What?
The Cajun rice versus the Cajun. If Cajun
Oh,
rice
Cajun
is
rice was so much better.
If Cajun rice is on a scale of
Hand
0 to
scale?
10 rice, like peak rice. Well, I don't know what your peak rice is. Don't even fucking tell me. I don't care.
Oh, about that.
Where does your Cajun rice go
Yeah.
on your cane scale?
Cajun rice from Popeyes,
Yeah,
7.8.
that's pretty fucking good for fast
This
food side rice.
Red Lobster
2,
rice,
right?
2. Yeah.
Literally.
A flat 2.
Yeah, it's
No, it was
literally
really
a
bad.
2.
It was very bad.
Yeah, it was appalling.
It was like they didn't season it.
Yeah,
it was dry.
it didn't look seasoned. It didn't look like undercooked. It just was like fucking. I don't know.
The
if you've
skewers
never
came
had-
on a little bed of it also, so it was like a double rice
Oh, that sucks.
impact. It really was
Yeah,
like a
that's
triple side situation. They gave you like they already gave you a little because they were like, if someone just got these skewers and these fucking scallops, they're gonna be pissed. Let's throw
Yeah,
some
like,
fucking
we need to
shitty
give
rice
them
in there.
something
Let's throw some rice.
substantive.
That'll perk them up. So
Yeah, rice
I guess
bad.
I got you the.
And then the other one.
I guess you order that one if you don't like your prom date.
yeah, it's true. You order it for them.
Yeah.
No, babe.
Babe,
She
this
wants
one's
double
great.
rice.
Trust.
She wants double rice.
And water.
So for a pretty significant upcharge, I also ordered you a baked potato with lobster.
Yes. Like
How
a
was your
cheesy lobster.
How was your cheesy lobster?
It was like a cheesy lobster thing.
Was it just a lobster dip?
No. It was
Was it
not
everything?
just. So that's another thing we ordered. We also had
That's true.
some
We'll talk
lobster.
about that in a minute.
But
Get
the
inside.
cheesy lobster on the baked potato was pretty good. It was just a baked potato. Like literally, it wasn't cut open or anything. Just a baked potato.
Which
I was
is
gonna
like
say, like it didn't look
the
open. It was
most,
sat in
the
a-
most like fucking genetically engineered
Yeah.
for every human ever to like it.
Yes.
Is a fucking baked potato. If you don't like that shit, you're
A,
wired wrong.
I forgot what language it is. Is it German or something like that? But like the potato is like the earth apple
That's awesome.
or something. It's
That's
like
pretty
so cool.
apt.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty apt, right? Yeah.
That's pretty apt.
Look at
apple.
earth apple.
That's pretty
Look at
good.
earth apple.
Potato's a better name though. Fuck the Germans.
Yeah, no, but it was good. Like it was like a cheesy
Ding.
lobster. I think what's it called? Maybe it's like called a Mornay. Maybe is what that thing is called.
I don't
It's like
know.
some
It
sort of
was
cheesy
called-
lobster mix.
It was
anyway,
called like lobster. I'm sick of this.
but it was
It was called like lobster top or some shit like
good.
that.
Fuck the potato. Honestly, I was taking the
I'm sure the potato
cheddar bay
itself was like
biscuits and
fine.
just dipping them in that. Now
Really
that's
good?
a treat.
That was a good treat.
That's a treat.
I'm telling you, it needs to be the dessert because
Yeah, it
it's
really
so
could be.
rich too. I'm sure it was very rich.
That's the thing. Everything's just like creamy.
Everything that was good was
yeah.
creamy. So I had two sides of my own. Everything comes with two sides. I had two sides of my own. I had one side which was mashed potatoes, which I literally had to sit here and really think about, which is why I was vamping for so fucking long. They were the most. If the flounder was inoffensive and fine and blah, I don't think it was bad, but it's not scoring like extra points. That mashed potato it tasted like nothing. It just wasn't.
Really?
It wasn't.
Really?
It just didn't.
That's wow.
Like usually, I feel like I have something to say about everything. This just
because you,
Blah.
which is interesting because in the beginning you said, "Hey, when you can tell when the mashed potatoes are gonna be good because you can look inside of it and like see what the seasoning basically like."
well, because I
looks
think
like.
it's supposed to be like pepper. I think that's something my dad always told me. I don't know how true that fucking is, but he makes good ass mashed potatoes. So who fucking knows?
So wait, what's his
It's like
tip?
when you look at His name's John.
No, what's his tip?
When you can
What's his
see
name? What's his
if
name?
you can see the actual like seasoning bits and bobs all over the mashed potatoes because it's very like you can't hide it in there. It's not gonna cook in. Not really. The mashed potato is probably seasoned enough. You could see a little bit of pepper. And that was about it. It was pretty limited. It didn't taste salty. Actually, one note. Usually shitty places tend to oversalt
Yeah.
because human beings, we're just kind of, this is a real thing. We are wired to like, if you put salt on shit, we'll probably just eat it and it's okay.
Right.
I don't know where
Yeah.
this part of
I
evolution
don't
came
know
from,
where
but
it
it's
is
real as
either or
fuck.
why, but
But it's
yeah.
real.
I think we're all part horse. Because horses like salt. Salt
Give us
like.
word. Anyway,
Yeah.
Wow, we just did that.
That was good. That was good.
so anyways,
Can't wait to see that.
cut. So none of it was oversalted, which I actually kind of applaud that they gave it a shot. Or maybe salt's more expensive than I think.
That's actually the one thing they cut from the menu first.
Fuck salt. We don't
But
need
I feel
it.
like if anything on earth should be oversalted,
It should be that mashed potato thing.
mashed potato is not a bad.
Mashed potato's not a bad
candidate
thing to oversalt.
for-
Neither is fried flounder. What the fuck are they
Yeah.
doing? Anyways, the mashed
Yeah.
potato was very blah.
Maybe
and
they're
then
health
the
conscious.
only thing, no.
Maybe.
And then the next thing that proves that wrong was mac and cheese and bacon.
Oh yeah.
So they are not health conscious.
Yeah,
at all.
the bacon mac and cheese,
That shit was heavy.
which is something I tend to order at a lot of restaurants.
I could see why
I
you
love
get
mac
like
and
the
cheese.
streusel bits on
I-
top.
Bacon mac and cheese.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, it's true.
It is pretty good.
It is
However,
Pretty all right.
I made one point that I'm going to stick to.
Yeah.
This deserves
This is a
to
good one.
only be on a kid's menu. I think ordering
Like
this.
that or everything.
No, the mac and cheese and bacon. Mac and cheese. You can do fucking macaroni in like an adult way. That's fine. I have no problem with that. You can do mac and cheese in an adult way. Mac and cheese and bacon, maybe. I'll accept it. I don't care that much. This was so fucking creamy.
Yeah, it's
and like devolved
yeah.
into just a massive cheese. It's like, holy fuck. Obviously, only a kid like wants this level of like.
Something about it was kiddish.
Hadn't been a minute. We haven't done a food fight in like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're slow. Lastly, with mine, much how you got rice, I got steamed broccoli, which is the worst thing that I ate today. Which is shocking
But
because
you
I
already don't like
really
broccoli.
didn't like those mashed potatoes for some reason.
Oh.
I
What
thought
was so
that-
bad about the broccoli?
number one, because I'm a child, I fucking hate broccoli.
Oh.
I don't even know where this comes from. Like I've tried it a lot of different. I've tried
But
steamed.
just
I've tried-
standard steamed broccoli is pretty like bland and boring.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It was oversalted, actually. This was
wow.
a note from Show. It was pretty salty,
pretty well.
which is a sign that they don't know what else to fucking do with it.
Yeah, like sometimes you put like garlic powder on it or something. Like you could like zhuzh it up in some kind
Or you
of way.
butter it, which it wasn't
butter
buttered.
too.
That's the thing, is that
Butter.
I'm going to make this overall
I hate when
point.
people do cheese for broccoli.
Yeah, it's yuck. It ruins the point. The point of broccoli is to be healthy. At least it's a healthy thing. That's the only shot I give it. But I don't like broccoli. And this isn't like, I hate veggies. I hate green, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, fuck broccoli. And this is particularly bad. I think the problem is when you have steamed broccoli, it gets all fucking moist and shit just sitting in the box, cooking itself over and over while I'm on the way. And it's like a 20-minute drive to here from the Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And it was probably like the first thing they did because it takes like 2 minutes to steam some broccoli. So it's probably been sitting for like an hour by the time we eat it. So, ugh. Yeah, all my food was fucking bad. I liked the mac and cheese, but it wasn't like, wow! Like, I've had good creamy sauce before. That's not what it was.
Yeah,
it was
not
just
good and creamy.
really cheesy.
So out of 50 points, food.
Wait,
real quick.
we have a lobster dip, and then I have an overall note.
Okay, so lobster
Yeah,
dip.
let's-
Okay, lobster dip. That lobster dip had one good dip. I think all the lobster was at the top for some reason.
Yes.
And so the first one, we went, oh, that was pretty good. Which is actually the lobster dip is a fucking allegory for the whole restaurant. Because the first dip, our Cheddar Bay biscuit, was, wow, that was really good.
Yeah,
and then we kept going and went, this is worse.
Yeah.
And it really was. And it kept getting worse. And the chips were
I
bad.
want to mention that, the chips might have been some of the worst chips I've ever received from a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like
bring
ever.
fucking Dorito. Bring your own chips.
That's
Also,
actually
don't go,
really
but,
not
like,
a
bring
bad
your own
idea.
chips. Huh?
Like Doritos or something with that. Like it would really compensate the overall flavor profile, I think.
I think so. Bring some fucking nacho cheese Doritos. So it was good for a bite. So that's a point.
And then it was bad for the rest of them, so that's a minus.
Oh, is that
2
minus points? Is that how that goes?
Yeah. I think it should be
I
minus
want
points.
to at least gauge this, though, right? Think of AMC. That we rated negatively. I don't know if it's at that level, but there's also a level of novelty that AMC had because it was popcorn and shit and like fun circusy food that this does not have. And I don't actually think it was that much better than this.
Yeah,
I would like to make a quick note. I think Red Lobster...
It's a dog shit.
Well, it represents kind of American cuisine, but like the lowest
this is the 90s
common
thing,
denominator of American cuisine, like especially like new American cuisine. So if you were to go to like a fancy new American style bistro steakhouse-esque, you would see a lot of these similar menu
Like a
items,
real one.
like on their menu, and it would be like twice as expensive. But like Red Lobster for half the price doesn't even give half the value kind of thing or
No,
whatever.
yeah,
No.
for sure not.
It feels more like, hey, we can do this everywhere. It's not a, hey, this is your best bet. You can go here and it's cheap and it's better.
Yeah.
Right? Which is what I think the actual goal of places like this should be, is like, we can afford to make this cheaper.
Red Lobster, Kane,
Right.
out of 50 points.
Yeah. It's kind of hard.
Let me think for a second. Out of 50
Here's our-
points. They have mug.
Out of 50.
I'm going to be honest, we've
They had
literally
Cheddar Bay
had negative
biscuits.
scores before.
We have, but it was at a place that we then deemed not a fucking restaurant. So let's lock that in a bit, right?
Yeah.
We can totally do negative scores, and as proved by the Popeyes episode, we can go above.
That's
We
true.
can go above 50. This won't.
I think, God.
I have a number kind of in my head.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start?
I'll start with
Austin?
you want to start like somewhere to negotiate? Let's start
We
negotiating.
can kind of negotiate on this one. We're probably just going to kind of end up even here. We all shared food. I'm thinking around a 5 or a 4 range. I really don't think it's negative. My main course was really bad. One of my sides was really bad. The appetizer was not awesome, but there was pieces of it I liked. The biscuits were good. I had a good side. There was food to eat there. Hold on. Hand down. There was food there that I ate, and I went, I could eat that and be fine.
If you told that to a manager and you weren't yelling,
But I
that's
wouldn't
insane,
yell
right?
about that,
Like
because that's just
you
my
literally
honest
just said
opinion.
like 80% of it's terrible.
Yeah. Well, 80% should be a 10. right?
You're like,
but the parts that
pure
I liked,
math, pure
but the
math.
parts that I liked weren't good enough to be like
to like not even
boosting
worth
it.
That's a good.
So it
that's a
can't-
great
Okay.
thing. What you're saying.
So it's gotta be for me. It's gotta be like a 4 or 5 because like it's the biscuits. Like I'll fucking eat one right now. We still have some.
Let me get one right now. Maybe that
take
will
this
affect my score.
Yeah, actually, I don't even think I usually wear headphones. I do not think I will understand Kane's score with the biscuit in your mouth.
Yeah, you get real dry with these. You get dry as fuck. I'm out of water. Oh fuck, I'm gonna die.
Oh, me too. Oh, mistake.
Is this the first show where we'll ever have a hard cut?
Cherry Bay biscuits fuck. Mug root beer fucks.
Mug. Oh my god, they had mug. But the drinks were really small.
Red Lobster doesn't. The drinks are too small. 6.
Oh my
6.
god.
5. I'm gonna lock in at 5.
All right.
Bro, it was bad. Like I can't reasonably say it was anything above.
You don't think you would meet me at 6 with after having that extra bite of this?
I did like the biscuit. 6. I'm cool with 6. I won't go over. I refuse. Not a fucking cent. Because like too much of the menu, and I suspect like the fact that the main courses themselves were probably the worst part of what we ate. No, the rice was pretty shit.
Rice is pretty shit.
The main
5.
course. I'll say 6.
Let's talk about the brand.
Talk about the brand.
So let's see. Start off, I always like to do mascots, sure. So let's see. The mascot of Red Lobster is called Red Broccoli. All one word, caps lock.
What?
REDBROKOLY. Red Broccoli.
But his name is
It's
Red
called
Broccoli?
Red Broccoli, one word. I don't know. This is what I'm
fucking-
seeing online. And then they just have like
Alright,
Red
so-
Lobster costumes. But it seems like they don't have like a
Is this
real.
I mean, he could be lying, I guess.
No,
but
it
who
could,
cares?
might not be like a real mascot. Maybe not. Who knows?
I mean, like,
Alright.
so they just gave the fucking lobster on their logo a name?
I guess so.
Red
That
broccoli.
seems to be it. I've never seen, is there like a picture of a costume?
Yeah, it
it
says
exists?
Red
Okay.
Lobster, Red Broccoli mascot.
That's a mascot, that's fun.
So actually, Cheddar Bay biscuits showed up in 1992.
Wow.
So like
The
pretty
fuck did
recent.
they serve before then?
Wait, as potatoes.
So Endless Shrimp started in 2004 is when they started. It's an actual trademarked name.
What is?
Endless Shrimp
Oh, really?
is trademarked.
It
so
is.
so it's just
It
like, the big
And
game.
that name dies with the...
Yeah, what happened to that trademark when the company goes bankrupt?
So do you actually want to know? So as of right now,
Can we talk about
literally
that now? I think we should.
I think so.
I think that's too important to their brand. It's like intrinsic with
So
the
what?
conversation.
Literally yesterday, time of recording, May 20th, they announced that they would go through Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
That's the big one.
I
Right?
believe so. Let's check. So there's Chapter 10
There's
and
different
Chapter
ways
11.
to do bankruptcy.
Oh, really?
Yes, there's like Chapter 9, Chapter 11. I don't know what they all mean off the top of my head. I don't fucking know. I just remember if you go bankrupt in general, that's a very big bad. Like clearly something's gone catastrophically
what does that even
wrong.
mean? I don't even
So-
know
You're
what
out
it
of money.
means.
You
Yeah,
can't
but-
afford. You can no longer afford to pay for something that is intrinsic to your business.
They owe a bunch of debt, more
have-
than likely,
yeah.
like
They
you know,
have a
to
bunch of debt.
vendors.
They have more assets than bank account. Like I
and
guess
so
would
it's
be
worth liquidating.
So yeah, so the only way for them to pay and keep up with the debts they owe at this time is to liquidate assets and sell.
So Chapter 10 is generally like, we don't really make enough money, but like there's enough around that like if you were to fire everyone, sell all the parts off, you could like remake
It would be
Red
fine.
Lobster in some way. Chapter 11 is like the Toys R Us moment. There's like, we're just not going to exist anymore.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Yeah.
Chapter 11.
So in theory, Red Lobster is no more most likely.
So this is kind of the very interesting fact. No one technically owns Red Lobster right now.
Well, so wait,
Because
did Darden
Dibs.
go bankrupt?
Darden stopped
Darden's
owning Red Lobster in 2014.
Oh.
It was picked up by the Thai group, Unlimited. They also own Chicken of the Sea. A bunch of
stupid
brands, like
place.
international brands.
That's
They
not where chicken
stopped.
goes.
They divested in 2024. So this year they divested. So literally, kind of during time of Chapter 11, for all intents and
So it's
purposes,
just a board.
the business has stopped existing, and the business is just going to keep operating until everything gets sold off.
Do you want this in the pool or on the grass?
Just fucking throw it. Not in the pool. Good lord. You sick fuck. All right.
What are we
looking up?
talking about?
Brand. Endless Shrimp. What else? It's a big prom place.
Big
It's
part
a
of their
big
brand.
date place.
Big
It's a
date place.
It's like the safe place for the family, I guess.
Let's talk more about the bankruptcy at the end as well.
Sure, yeah.
I think we loop back around to it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's a safe brand. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I think you just go there. They'll take care of you. You'll see some food differently, supposedly. Cheddar Bay biscuits. I don't know. I think it's really boring, and I think that's part of why people don't fucking eat there enough. Apparently, like
Darden Restaurant Group, who used to own, I guess, so like they have the same idea of.
they were the
looking
ones
at-
that controlled the brand for long enough that it became their identity.
They own Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen.
Cheddar's.
Cheddar's Scratch
Cheddar's is
Kitchen.
alright.
And
Cheddar's
Cheddar's
is
is
fine.
like really popular right now. It's like
Cheddar's
a
is good.
concept and everything.
I don't really know how, but yeah.
Yeah, many years ago it kind of blew up, kind of thing. But like,
endless burgers.
and
Endless
so like,
burgers.
I'm
That'd be
guessing
way
they
better.
tried to. They thought that Red Lobster had that, and it
Endless
didn't.
burgers could you do?
And so I guess the brand is that Red Lobster has seafood. They're like the seafood version of Longhorns, or the seafood version of Olive Garden.
Right, they are. Yeah.
But it's like I just don't think anyone sees seafood as that.
No, I don't think anybody
As
wants
that.
seafood to be like that. Other
Yeah.
than I think the endless shrimp is probably the only good time to go to Red Lobster. Or I think because they do like different flavored shrimp, they do like a dragon shrimp thing. And
Yeah.
for the amount of money this costs, Red Lobster is kind of pricey.
It
the
is.
amount that Red Lobster costs, it's a little unacceptable for how good it tastes and how bad it tastes, I guess, is a better way to put it. But if you're going there, you pay like $15 for 70 shrimp, I saw someone put away. Fuck it, right? Right? Like, it's not a bad meal.
I mean, if they're all the fucking same rubbery shrimp I had, that fucking suck.
Oh, were the shrimp rubbery?
Yeah,
The scallops weren't.
the shrimp was.
Okay. Maybe
Shrimp
I didn't
was.
have shrimp. Well, damn. I guess they were burned. Fuck it. But if they're coated in like a dragon
No,
sauce.
they could be good. Yeah, I mean, there's a world where it's alright.
Yeah, and it's fine. Especially if they're just like coming out constantly.
And so that endless shrimp is something. Is there no other things they're known for? Like, are they known for lobster? Do
I
they
was
have-
about to say, like,
Lastly,
did
yeah,
anyone price check a lobster?
Yes.
Is it like $39?
About yeah.
40
Wow.
So, yeah, probably
It's 40
more.
bucks.
Wow, that is like what you would get as a
pretty
legit
absurd.
steakhouse. If you
But
went
the
to a
idea
steakhouse,
of
that's what you
why
pay.
is because they have a real fucking lobster just chilling in a tank that you go, I'd like that one. Do you get the picture lobster? Is that a thing at Red
Do
Lobster?
they really do that?
That was like a thing they did in the 90s.
Is that
but
not a
that's
thing
cool.
now?
It's
They still have-
cruel, isn't
I
it?
remember
I don't know. That's
at
weird.
like grocery stores.
They don't even do that at grocery stores
I have
anymore.
a question. If you went to like an extremely local place and they say you can pick cow out back and they mint that shit, would you? Could you do it? Could you pick your burger?
Okay, so if you want me to be completely honest,
Yeah.
I have a huge relationship with food. I've actually like killed and slaughtered animals for food before.
For a sport.
No, I think it's
For
very
fun and
important.
for
It's
food.
very important as like a person who appreciates food to like do the whole life cycle from beginning to end kind of thing.
Holds
And so
for me.
like I would be totally fine with that. But like I also think that I wouldn't put the cows in the restaurant around, right? Like you wouldn't sit there and point at it while you're sitting at
Yes,
the table.
that's because cows smell gross. Lobster is in the
Lobster
tank. And
because
you-
it's like sequestered.
all
it's
the
fine.
gross parts are
That
fine.
is
You get to
true.
walk in, your 8-year-old sees the lobster, and he's like, lobster, it moving. And then you go, yes, it is. I'll eat that one,
Won't
sir.
you want this one, sir?
I'll take the thick, juicy one. And then they don't grab that one.
And then
get
they
to
put them in the
small
pot
bitch
and they
one.
scream
And they go,
to death. Yeah, like that.
meh.
Not a fan.
Yeah, it is weird. It's weird. I prefer it if they just fucking killed it, like, beforehand. If you're gonna do it that way. Like, how, I don't know. They have, like, the cow
So we're
stunner.
saying like
There's
It's
a
like
great
a got-
Gordon Ramsay video on how to do it.
Yeah.
we're saying like Red Lobster.
Red Lobster has no brand. The
Has
brand they
no
have,
brand.
the identity they have left is weird or kind of fake.
And like they're just like
Because they went back, they had
are
the unlimited thing, and that's a lot.
pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
A shell, a shell
company.
of their former
And the commercial that I showed you,
shellfish.
the commercial that I showed you guys, one of their most recent ones, it's about the unlimited shrimp, the endless shrimp, endless shrimp, the fucking little song.
Right.
It stinks of internet humor from like 10 years ago. It does not feel relevant.
Red Lobster does just feel like a dying branch, like a dying arm of some other
like
company.
They couldn't afford. And one of the first
They're
things
just
to go.
trying to been killed off for 10 years now.
And one of the first things to go for it. One of the first things to go away for like big corporate conglomerate. Once money starts getting harder, it's literally the old school metal box. That is typically what gets lost in translation. Yes, because food marketing is fuck you, just piss in the salad, dickhead. Just fucking double down, do something. God damn it, I fucking 2.
I got lost in the piss.
That's what you got. Good,
sauce.
you read my mind.
2. I'm
Okay.
pissed.
Out of 30.
Oh God, this place is gonna get a low score.
3.
Oh God, this is gonna be. Oh no.
Did you give it a 2? Was that what your 2 was?
Be a man. Be a man.
I think I gotta do it too. I think reasonably, nobody I know eats Red Lobster ever. So nobody even fucking talks. Most places, I always ask my friends, hey, I'm going to Red Lobster. What do you think about it? Mm-hmm. I didn't even get a response this time. It was just as simple as, I haven't been there ever. And this is my first time eating here.
This is my first time eating there as well.
This is like my 3rd or 4th.
Damn.
In success, it might see why.
Yeah.
Or a worse one. He was going to Red Lobster.
Yeah,
Christ.
better or worse, yeah.
Okay, so success is next. Let's talk about success. So let's give a little bit of their history and backstory. Usually what we try and do is go and we'll have like four different
facts.
Consistent metrics. We do a number of stores,
that's
revenue. Right. Is it revenue or profit? It's just
revenue.
So we do number of stores, revenue, when first opened, and franchise, like the first franchising date, right? We get all the facts. When did they open?
Lawsuits.
And then I think we can and lawsuits is the fun one. We didn't find any like funny lawsuits, to be honest, because that's fun. That's lore.
Chapter 11's not funny. It's sad.
It's funny to me.
Yeah, it's sad. So did the CEO kill himself?
No, there is no CEO. He just went over this.
Hey, right.
Is there a fucking John Red
There's gotta
Lobster?
be, yeah.
I think like the company's like still running, but like technically for all intents and
Someone has
purposes,
the most
it's like
shares.
been written off.
Right. Someone has the most shares of Red Lobster, though.
So look,
That's the point.
I think
Who was that? Who fucked it up?
You can
See,
go ahead
I
and
really
cut
couldn't
this.
find. That's the thing.
But you cannot file Chapter 11 bankruptcy and not have somebody not killed themselves, right? Like there has
that's
to be
not true.
somebody on the hook.
Sam Bankman-Fried. He just went to jail instead. Do you know what's really funny? Do you know who the same guy who like took away FTX? Who's like partially out FTX and like just figuring out the financials for that? Same guy who did Enron when
That's
that scandal
cool.
happened.
Scandal. You mean American Enterprise?
All right.
So success.
Anyways.
649 stores starting in 2024.
That's
but
already kind of low.
It is really low.
But for a sit-down place, that's not so bad. I assume it's more of an East Coast thing.
Oh, I didn't check
At
frequency.
one point, was there way more?
Do you want to Google it? No way. Well, shit, yeah, probably.
I feel
but
like it
not
used to
like
be a bigger brand.
There's no way it's like it was ever above 2,000. 2,000 feels like
That'd be a huge drop off.
but it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Crystal did it.
Yeah.
Crystal had 100 years to do it.
That's true.
God bless.
Red Lobster is speedrunning it.
Yeah, they fucking failing. Crystal also went through like 4 bankruptcies apparently.
You know what? McDonald's
They're still
should
around.
buy the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
They should buy the Cheddar Bay biscuits and piss on the rest of it.
Yeah.
And so like John Red Lobster's like, don't you want the rest of our menu? No.
I was like, yeah, we'll buy it, and then we'll buy it just to piss on
And
it.
it's the fucking like, I don't want to play with you anymore. The fucking the Toy Story
Yeah,
scene.
All right. What you looked up?
I was just reading about the restructuring and pretty much how they brought in this guy named Jonathan Tibus. He was previously the CEO during the bankruptcy of Kona Grill and the chief restructuring officer of Crystal. So this guy's like known for handling this.
So this is him.
Yeah, and so in March they claimed that
He's the
Red
fall
Lobster
guy.
was a quote-unquote zombie brand.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's
So they've been a shell.
It's like
Yeah.
a shelf,
Yeah.
dead, fake brand.
And so, like, straight up right now, they're saying, like, the lenders own it. Like, pretty much, like, whoever wants to, like, buy it, you own it. Like, it's like, Like the people that like we owe money to, you own it now. Like it's like literally like they're just like we're not going to do anything.
But I don't think they'll buy it, right?
I'm guessing it's literally. So this is one of those same. So we talked about Popeyes, how they have like a very distinct kind of like model, like business model. I don't know if we've referenced Pizza Hut, but kind of off camera, behind the scenes, we always talk about the Pizza Hut thing. Red Lobster has a very distinct, like footprint, like the business.
The building looks very distinct.
So I wonder, like, you're like, will anyone buy like this really kind of like antebellum almost looking like New England-esque
it just still
style?
has to be a restaurant. I don't think you could retool the building into something other than a restaurant, but I think you're going to see some like more local seafood places start popping up that look familiar. It's just the problem for like a local place. It's big.
Well,
it is a big fucking place to fill out.
It is always big, and my problem would be too is that like if I was a local seafood place and I drove, so someone's driving by there, in your head you'd be like, oh, that's Red Lobster. Like you would know what
you
Red
never
Lobster
get rid
looks
of
like.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just like know what it looks like.
But on the other side, so
Red Lobster's like
eats there,
Red Lobster's like porn and art. You just know what you know it
When
when
you
you see
see
it.
it.
You just know it when you see it.
It's a young brand. 1968. So it's on the end
That's a stupid
of this like
sentence.
60s, 70s franchising kind of discussion.
So it's
we've been
younger than
having.
my dad, but only just.
And they started franchising in the 1970s. General Mills invested kind of very right around there.
Okay.
So they're the same area as Popeyes.
Well, Popeyes went from Louisiana to Canada.
No, what I'm saying, era-wise.
Era.
Same kind of like
Era-wise.
franchising kind of idea. But it's weird because
They're
General
kinda
Mills is a
old.
massive brand.
I don't know. I think 68's pretty old. I think
Yeah.
68's pretty old. I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
got
It's a
some
good
age.
run.
That's like Wendy's.
50 years. That's good.
So here's the question. I think success, let's say 0. It must be. They are a failure.
They lost $70 million last year.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And had
Was
they
all
been?
shrimp?
When was the last year they made money?
That was something to bring up. So
Oh, that's right.
Actually,
Yeah, but is that fake?
yes, I know why. So I'll say you brought up the Toys R Us thing. It is eerily similar. So the reason they stated is that the last time they did their unlimited shrimp thing, they let loose. They said you pay however much money and you have as much as you want.
$20 at the time.
It's $20 and you fucking get as much shrimp as you want. And their shrimp, it may be fine. People took advantage of that shit. People did over order it, and they claim they lost $2 million or so in like a weekend. So they canceled that. But that doesn't break a company. That's a mistake, not a.
What is it? That is a symptom of a much more gangrenous kind of situation.
Yeah.
But
going on
I
in the
think a good
corporation.
company could fuck that up.
I think that like, so.
know what I mean?
Chipotle used to do this thing called burrito, and if you dressed up in a costume, you would get a $2 burrito, straight up Chipotle burrito,
That's
anything
sick.
you wanted, guacamole, $2. It was a promotion on Halloween. Like we were busy every single day. I doubt we ever made a money, but it was all about that goodwill.
But it's getting people in for the first time.
exactly, and so like
And so it's a
where
marketing
the-
effort. So you spend the $2 million on marketing, but they go like, we got to cancel it. And that sucks. That if they can spin that in a way of like, we ran out of shrimp, that's different. That's what Popeyes did different. And that's where,
Yeah, that's what they were spinning it as.
is that like, dude, we got run dry, bro. The chicken's too fucking good. If they were like, bro, we just ran out of fucking shrimp. I don't fucking know.
It's actually not a bad idea. Like everything should be.
There's a way to spin it. And that's my
Marketed
point, is that their
scarcity.
marketing department, that's why their brand has to be low. Their marketing department was bad.
Yeah.
Because they just go like, we literally couldn't do it anymore. And that was our limit. And their marketing department is finally coming and like, I guess we sold too much fucking shrimp, right? Fuck you, it's too late. You did it wrong. So the real reason that they're actually going bankrupt is that they got bought out, I assume from Darden. I don't know who their owners are now. Then.
Thai Union Group.
Thai Union Group looked at them, decided the restaurants themselves didn't make money food-wise. And they must have crunched those numbers and realized that probably when they were buying them. They must have known. And they said, we're going to make the rent for these buildings. So the land is what we're purchasing. That's our view. So the rent will be so astronomical that they will never be able to pay us back. They
That makes
won't keep
sense.
up until it kills the company, and then we leave.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened with Toys R Us. That's why Toys R Us died.
They've already closed up about 100 restaurants already.
Red
Wow.
Lobster?
So they're
Holy
down to
shit.
300. So
it's
or
actually-
from 649 about 550. give or
Damn.
take.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Final thoughts on success. They're failing. It's not necessarily Red Lobster's own fault.
No, they failed. Like it's done.
Yeah, it is
It's
failing. Yeah,
over.
not failing.
It's
well,
over.
they're in the
Right.
process of
It's over.
failure.
You can't unless someone just buys the brand and then reopens another restaurant called
For
Red Lobster.
to get out of this pit, it would take someone who just really, who either has a really good idea for a rebrand, but he's still gonna have to kill a lot of stores. Wherever Red Lobster is, they're either going to die by the end of 2024, completely gone as a brand, or they're going to shift they're going to take the brand name, shift it into a different market, or such a restructuring from ground up that it is new. It will retain the name Red Lobster only because the name Red Lobster is something people already know and
That's
recognize.
probably the only the Cheddar Bay biscuit, those two trademarks, Endless Shrimp, those three trademarks. That's what's gonna get sold off. Success
One
out of
day.
20, 0, 0.
Zero. There's got to be 0 or lower. I don't think it can be negative. I don't think a negative score makes sense.
You don't think past success gets to be deserved of anything? I
No,
mean, it
it
must have
does.
made
Not in the
these
modern
companies
day,
something. That's
fucker.
true.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because then that's giving credit to that's getting credit to something that no longer exists.
It has no value literally today.
Yeah, it has
No matter how
zero,
far back we look.
literally no value today.
Yeah, I'm 0.
It must be 0. The only case I can give for a different number would be a negative number.
Do you really want to know the subtotal? You just want to do cost? Because I think it's funnier if we just roll right
Let's
through
just
it.
go right in the cost.
Get it. Let me go get it. The total amount was $80 fucking dollars.
So 40 each? You just want to splitsies it down the middle?
That's
I
not
don't
real.
think that's fair. I don't think that's necessarily fair because we don't have to get the appetizer. I get the appetizer because I wanted us to at least try the lobster.
Some like premium option.
I wanted to try the lobster. I wouldn't get the appetizer here. I don't think Kane would have. I think that was more. I was also getting you something to just like snack on.
Yeah.
So I think we can at least scratch that out.
Both of y'all ended up with a score
Was it like 9?
8. Both.
That doesn't cover.
So
That
Yeah, that
cover
doesn't
the
even
debt.
cover the mug and the biscuits.
so the cost,
Cover the money.
Austin, your meal was about $30.
My God.
Kane, your meal, premium upgrade with the potato,
It was.
was $35. Mm-hmm. Our total score, Austin, negative 22. Kane, negative 27. I think this is de facto
This will be the worst place
one of
we-
the lowest scores.
Yeah.
Even if we gave success even if we were like gave our average scores that we would normally give, like, you know, if it was an existing brand, it would barely be in the single digits. Barely be in the single digits.
I still don't even think like I'm just trying to think of where we could eke them some more points. It's literally.
I mean, the
like,
food is just so miserable.
The food is miserable.
Yeah, the food
it
is
made me
miserable.
sad. It
They
made me
missed the
upset.
meme economy. Red Lobster is like a meme. Could have been so easy. Like shirts, shoes, hats. People walk around with that kind of stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
I think we should get Red Lobster hats.
This is near pretty much the end of the show.
It's been a minute. It has been a minute since we recorded. We are really sorry. Uploads have felt very sparse. They have felt sparse to us as well. We have been down equipment. We have been down just kind of basic requirements for what we do.
Yes.
So sorry about that. Not necessarily up to us. We are fixing it.
But we will be uploading, in
We
some
should be-
capacity. It should be better.
Yeah, we should
Then
be
it'll
back to our
get harder,
semi-normal
but
schedule soon. Because some of us are.
We've got a complicated summer schedule.
Dude,
There's
a
a
good
good
schedule
schedule
though.
for us.
We got a
What's up?
great schedule.
We have a great schedule, though.
Like we have so much content coming
That is
out.
true.
We have like
We're on the
we really
cusp
do.
of a lot of stuff.
yes.
That's what we do. We make, and then we like release it all, and we make.
It is a flaw being
Release
3
it.
people. We've talked about it before. All right. That's probably all going to cut. Maybe not, though. I've been Austin. I want more water.
I'm Kane. I want some more water too.
It's like really bad.
Yeah, I got mud mouth.
Mud mouth.
I'm gonna live in a Red Lobster. That's gonna be like I'm just gonna buy the building.
Do you think it'd be cheap? Well, no, rent's high.
Yeah, rent's high as fuck.
Darden!